Welcome to Connect Deck. In this video, I'm going to show you how to test and launch your Shopify funnel. All right, so I'm going to open up my funnel, and here is the Shopify blueprint. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Actions in the top right, and I'm going to select Perform Validations. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to check to see if there's any errors that I have, if there's any configurations that I forgot to complete. And if there are, this will show it to me. But the good news is I don't have any, no errors found. So I'm going to click the X to close that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the wait sequences. I have 3 of them. And notice how each one of these are set to 1 day. And I want to change these to 2 minutes because I want to test. And I don't want to wait a day and then wait another day and then wait another day. That means it'll take me roughly 3 days to test this whole funnel. And I don't want to wait that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into each of these wait sequences and objects, and I'm going to click on the gear icon. And I'm just going to change it to 2 minutes. So I'm going to say wait for 2 minutes, run immediately. And I'm going to hit the back arrow. I'm going to go to the next one, hit the gear icon, wait for 2 minutes, and then run immediately. And then the last one, click on the gear icon, wait for 2 minutes, and run immediately. Hit the back arrow. And I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to click publish. And when you click on publish, what that does, it takes all the changes you've made and it moves it over and it prepares it and it makes it available, for live. So I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm ready to test. So I'm just going to click on the opt-in page. And the reason why I'm clicking on the opt-in page is because that's like the first page of my funnel. And I'm just going to click on the eye icon and I'm going to click live mode. And this is going to open up. And the first thing that I want to check is I want to make sure that my site is secure. So I'm just going to look over here in the top left and I can see the lock and it says connection is secure. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to inspect. And notice how it brings up this it changes my page. And I'm going to click, if you look all the way over here to the left, there's like a toggle device toolbar. When I click on that, it brings up these breakpoints. And I can basically click on these different breakpoints like so, and I can see if the site is responsive. And I can scroll up and down to see that the site, is responsive on all these different breakpoints. Okay. So I'm going to close that, click this X to close that. So that's good. Then I'm going to test the buttons. These buttons should scroll down to the form, and they do. This one here should scroll down. This one here should scroll down. So we're good. Then I'm going to fill out the form. Now remember, when you're filling out the form, you want to use a test email account. You do not want to use the same email that you use when you set up your Connect Deck account. You want to use a test email account. So I'm using a test email account. All right. Then I'm going to hit the submit button. And this should take me to my Tripwire page. And there's the Tripwire page. And then I'm basically going to do the same thing, make sure that it's secure. And then I'm also going to look at the responsiveness. I'm going to go to inspect and make sure that I can, toggle, to my different breakpoints and that the page is still looks good on a device. And we're good. And now I'm going to start testing these buttons. So when I click on this Buy Now button, it should take me to my Shopify store and add this product into the Shopify. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on this button and it looked like it's processing. And yes, it took me to Shopify, added the product to the Shopify cart. And if I had a discount code, it would have applied that discount code as well. So that's working. So I'm going to click the back arrow to go back to the Tripwire page. And I'm going to scroll down until I get to the next add to cart button. And I'm going to test that. Yes, and that worked as well. So I'm going to hit the back arrow again. Scroll down to the next section, click add to cart. That worked. hit the back arrow, scroll back down to the last one, hit the add to cart, and we're good to go. Okay, so I can close this. And now what should happen? So basically we fill out the opt-in form. It took us to the Tripwire page. We clicked on the buy now button. It took us to the Shopify checkout. Now, had I checked out, it would have taken me to the Shopify checkout thank you page. But now I should be expecting a welcome email. So if I go to my email, I didn't get it yet. And so I give it a couple of more minutes. I should be getting 4 emails. I should get 1 email, then 2 minutes wait, get another email, then an SMS, 2-minute wait, another email, 2-minute wait, another email, SMS. And in these SMS, I'm going to be basically checking all the links in those emails, all the links in the SMS to make sure that the links work, because they should take me to the second sales page, right? And so still waiting, didn't get it yet. Now, if I close this and go to, I think I just got it. Yep, here it is. So I got the email. Were you waiting on this? I click on it. Right, it says, hey, Samuel. So that means that variable is working. And then I can click on this download ebook, and that should open up the ebook. And it did, right? So the links in this particular email, they worked. And you would do this for every email. You would check every link. If you get an SMS, you would check every link within the SMS, okay? So if I go back into Connect Deck and I go to contacts on the left and click on contacts here, now you see my name in the list, right, in the contact database now. And if I go here down to settings and scroll down to web forms, we're going to see the hair oil ebook form, and it says contact 1. And if I click on it, there's my name again. So the system knows when a person fills out a form, 2 things happen. It's going to save that contact to the contact database. And then it's also going to save that contact inside of the form so that you can know that this contact filled out this form, because you can have more than one funnel in Connect Deck, and you can have more than one opt-in forms within Connect Deck. And so you want to be able to distinguish which contacts filled out which form, right? And so I'm gonna go back to my inbox. I still got to wait, 2 more minutes, but for the sake of this particular presentation, I'm not going to wait the whole term, because I think you all get the point now. Is when you get the email, you basically want to click on every link and make sure the link is working. You want to make sure the subject line is good. You basically want to read the email and look for any errors. Okay. Same thing for every email, for every SMS, for every web page. You want to read the page, make sure you don't have any spelling errors. You want to make sure that every link and button works on each page. And you want to make sure that every page is responsive so that you can view it on all devices. Okay. So, so once you're done, if I go back to my automation, once my testing is complete, then I'm good to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my wait sequences, and I'm going to change them back to 1 day. And I'm going to change this run immediately to at a specific time, because that's the way it was. I'm going to come back to this wait sequence, hit the gear icon, change it to 1 day, go back. Click the gear icon, 1 day, change it back. And then I'm going to hit save. And after I hit save, I'm also going to go to actions, and I'm going to click on this reset. Okay. And remember, when you're done testing, okay, when all your testing is done, you want to switch this back to 1 day and all that, and then come back to actions and reset your automation, because what that will do, it will remove all your test stats. Okay. So I'm going to click on reset automation, reset complete, and then I'm just going to publish. And when I publish, right, now I'm actually ready to launch my funnel, because I switched everything back, publish complete. And notice what this says. Your funnel has been published. Typically, the first page of your funnel will be the URL that you will give out to the public. Okay. All right, I'm gonna hit OK. And this is the first page, the opt-in page. So I'm gonna click on the gear icon and I'm gonna highlight this URL. See what it says? Below is a link you would give out to the public. And I would basically highlight that, copy it, right? And I can just, go into the URL and paste it and give this URL out to people who want to, opt into my funnel. This is the same URL that must be on your Facebook ad. All right, so if you have Facebook ads, you want to put this URL in the Facebook ad so that when they click on that Facebook ad, remember when they click on the Facebook ad, it'll automatically take them to the opt-in page. All right, so that's how you test and launch your funnel. Remember that you can launch your funnel without having a Facebook ad. It's just that you ain't going to have much traffic, right? Because you can always take your URL and put it on, a Facebook post. You can put it in an email. You can tell people about it. You can mention it in a YouTube video. You can mention it in a podcast and all that. But if you really want to drive traffic to your funnel, you want to make sure you have that Facebook ad set up and that you use the same URL for this opt-in page. You copy this URL, and that's the URL you put inside of your Facebook ad. And don't forget to also put the UTMs within your Facebook ad. The same UTMs you put here within this Facebook traffic source is the same UTMs you want to put within your Facebook ad, and you will be good to go. All right. That's pretty much how you would test and launch your funnel. I will see you in the next video. Take care.